It's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 128. I'm your host, Eric. I just got in from London, and boy, are my arms tired. I was supposed to say I flew in from London, right? I fucked that up. Kayla's here with me. She also flew in from London. Are your arms tired, Kayla?
I flew in from London, yeah. I was like, what does he mean, his arms? My legs, my feet are tired. Why does he think his arms are tired? We didn't
there's
out.
like a joke there that I botched pretty poorly.
Well, I flew in from London. It took me a
minute. It's like, it's good. It was great in the 50s, I think. Mike's here as well.
Hello. Everything hurts all the time.
And we've got a special guest, folks. It's the What's Coming Up in June episode. It's normally myself, Kayla, and Mike, but Ryan's here, guys.
Hey, guys.
Woo.
Nice to see you.
Look at that. And we almost had D on this episode, but his wife is in the process of having a baby right now, so we're kind of angry. He decided to do that aside instead of coming here.
We're thinking of kicking him off the pod.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
It's the last straw.
We'll see. I guess congrats, D.
Congrats on not being on a cool podcast.
Congrats on making a baby.
Gosh, whatever. But yeah, it's our What's Coming in June episode. As has been like every month this year, I think. It's stacked with a lot of stuff.
This is the one so far. This
might be the
wall to wall.
I think you're right.
I'm sure I've said that a lot, but this one.
This is the one.
Think about what's come out.
This is double.
It's an insane year. I mean, we'll get to it. I think we're going to have like near the end of June, like a midway point wrap up and stuff of what's already kind of come out. It's been an insane video game year. As long as a lot of the stuff in June is actually good, it'll have
Seems
been.
Like it is.
Yeah, right. So we'll get to all of that, but we just had me and Kayla just got to watch the PlayStation Showcase that was a couple days ago. Going on a week ago at this point. We were on like a media blackout for our trip, but there was a lot of stuff there, and we haven't gotten a chance to recap it with our buds here on the podcast. So we should do that. 33 games, I count, were shown, and also some new hardware. The Project Q, the PlayStation Switch, as some people are calling it. Not quite, but
no one's calling it that. No one.
Ryan called it that, and he's on this pod, so I thought I'd mention it. I'm not gonna. I was gonna name all 33, but that's a lot. But a couple of them showed out for me. We're getting Helldivers 2, guys.
Unexpected.
Helldivers was so fun.
They put like high fidelity stuff in my Helldivers. I don't know, like production values in my. I don't know how I felt about it.
Is it third person over the shoulder now?
Yeah. It looks that way. Yeah, It was just so unexpected because Helldivers top down. Over the head. Wasn't expecting that. At first, I was like, "Is this Helldivers? This looks nothing like the Helldivers I know."
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just like for the effect of it, like and the actual gameplay would still be that kind of isometric-esque gameplay, but I guess not. I guess that was gameplay in that trailer.
It made the jump, yeah. Like did the Risk of Rain thing, went full 3D action.
Well, I mean, that first game was phenomenal. That was a lot of fun. And I'm excited.
Sexosuit, man.
Sexosuit, yeah. I'm excited to jump in with you guys and dive in, I guess I should say, and play that one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it's going to play because in the top, the original Helldivers 2, the pressure, you can see it everywhere coming at you. Now it's just, third person, you're at it, you're one,
gotta be a squad, man.
Right, alien at a time. You're still gonna feel that pressure of like, the quote unquote oncoming Zerg. I have a lot of questions, but it looks phenomenal though. Really excited.
They didn't really go into, I mean, one of the main aspects of the first one was the you could kill your squad mates.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire, that's the word,
well, not just friendly fire, like friendly ammo dump friendly. Anything you did could potentially kill your teammates. You
And
know, if you're
would.
dropped. Yes, yeah. Even calling the carrier to get you out of the mission at the end, if you stood in the wrong spot, it would just squish you. And yeah, Helldivers is kind of brutal, but once you learn the rules of it, it's a weird ballet.
Yeah, I wonder if they're keeping any of that. It didn't highlight it at all in this new trailer. It didn't seem.
Well, I don't think there will be couch co-op anymore. Like that kind of gameplay, or like, you know, you're not going to be like all on the same screen kind of thing.
Right.
You could probably split up a lot easier in this one.
Interesting.
Yeah, as long as it has the cool like enter a cheat code to like get your, you know, to revive somebody or get an ammo drop or drop a turret or something. That part was really cool. I would like memorize them. I'd be like fucking, as soon as someone would die, I'd fucking have that shit fucking
I want to be
flung out there.
I want to be in that mech you can drop down. That's going to be great. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I love dropping a mech on someone who needed help because I didn't remember the code. Oh. Yep. Another one that caught my eye, and that we've seen this one a little bit before, but they just showed a little more of it. The Plucky Squire. Looks like a lot of fun. We talked about it, I think, on a previous pod, just because it was shown at some other showcase. I don't remember which one at this point.
Devolver last year, one of those smaller shows, yeah, I
think you're right. But yeah, storybook art style, but where you can just like pop out and go into the real world. It's little characters in a big world. I mean, it's like a lot. I mean, it's hard to describe the Plucky Squire, honestly.
Yeah, it's a blend of like so many different games into one. That's why it drew my attention at first. Like, what the hell is this game? This is everywhere, and it's so bright and vibrant, and not what you'd expected from something like that. Super curious how it's going to play.
This one's a highly anticipated one for you, right, Mike?
Oh yeah. I almost drafted it when we did our fantasy thing, and I took Mina the Hollower instead. But I think both of those games have like this has a chance to be like a dark horse, like game of the year kind of contender game. I think it looks so good.
Yeah.
Anything Devolver, I'm a big fan of, anyways. So we'll see.
Put out all the fun stuff. They're like the A24 of video games. Like that.
That's a good way to describe them, yeah.
Kind of. I mean, you know, they've got the same kind of like aesthetic going on. The rumors were true. We're getting a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, now titled Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Metal Gear Delta.
Yes, Snake Eater. Do you think with the name change, is this an attempt? Are they going to do chronological remakes now? Are they going to like start with Snake Eater and then kind of go into Metal Gear 1 and, you know, etc.?
2 and 1.
I think they're going to make a lot of changes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even with how excited I am for it. I mean, that little brief teaser we got, I mean, they look phenomenal, and for some reason, he looked like Tucker Carlson to me when I saw his face coming from the mud. I was like, man,
no.
he came back
know
quick.
What you mean.
He got a new job so fast. I'm curious. I mean, I'm sure fucking Kojima's like right now is like, oh great, here we go. Okay, he's, you know, it's basically his child being butchered. I wonder if it's gonna play well. That's what I'm most curious about, because without his direction, is it still going to hold up to be like a Metal Gear game that you know and love? That's my biggest concern with it, but yeah, hype for it.
I saw some
Konami internal, I don't think.
Right.
So who knows? I don't even know who's behind
making it. Right.
Not Blue Point. So I don't know. It's the right choice to do that one first, and we'll see if it loses all the fun charm, the Kojima-ness of it. We'll see. We'll see if Hater comes back
about it, Eric. Of them remaking the series. Are you lukewarm about it? Are you unsure? You got to see more.
I mean, I love remakes, honestly. Like, I want everything that is kind of showing its age to be remade. I loved Dead Space remake. I loved Resident Evil 4 remake. So I'm over the moon that we're getting a Snake Eater remake. I've been wanting to show Kayla the like Metal Gear game. She's only seen 5, and like if that's the first one you kind of go into and stuff, like it already makes no sense, you know, and like it makes even less sense. So like starting with chronologically the first kind of mission in the series and stuff, and if they continue on from there, I'm really excited. I heard that they're not changing any of the voice acting. They're going to use all the original voice acting. So
Oh wow.
that's cool. Like I'm glad that that's not the.
So Hader will be back.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big money saver there as well. So
Sure.
straight into production,
Weird. I
man.
think you
Yeah.
should.
New
I
performances.
don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Cutting corners already.
Dude, AI, you never know. Alter stuff. I don't know.
So you're gonna skip. They also announced the Master Collection Volume 1. We're getting Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. You're
all
gonna
coming to PS5. Yeah.
Those are coming a lot sooner than what this is. This might be 2 years away. Who knows?
Maybe longer. We'll see.
I'd be
Yeah,
into the like seeing the originals, getting hyped up to it, and then getting the remastered.
Eric said that you've only seen 5. That's right, Kayla?
Right.
Did you know anything previous about Metal Gear games generally?
To be honest, when they start talking about timelines, I kind of just know that they're going on a tangent and they're getting on their soapbox, and I know here and there.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Don't worry about it. I got there later.
I probably will be like, "Oh, that's what you're always talking about" when it happens. But
I think the game
do that 5,000 times.
I think the game most I watched Eric play was Metal Gear 2: Sons of Liberty. You know, he couldn't stop talking about raving about it. It looked amazing. The story looked amazing, but I didn't play it for like a very long time later after.
Yeah, that was a game I played just a boatload of. I mean, it is fantastic.
I wonder if they're gonna release like Substance and Subsistence, the versions of 2 and 3 that are the best versions, or if that's what they're planning for Volume 2. Like maybe we get Metal Gear 4 and Substance and Subsistence.
Interesting.
3 would be
they've
rough
got
to
a
go
lot
back
to work with.
Yeah, the original cut of 3. Yeah,
is people don't remember, because I think a lot of people have only played the updated version. That version's tough. It's the cameras is bad.
I believe I've only played what's called Subsistence, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the version that I had played. Way back when. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited for anything coming, any kind of remake of a classic game. I'm trying to think if I've played a bad kind of remake of a game at this point, and I don't think so. I've liked what I've gotten. I mean, Resident Evil, those like the Capcom stuff has been the gold standard of that, but yeah, I want as much of it as I can get.
Yeah, me too.
You're gonna get it.
Goes. Yeah. It deserves it. Those games deserve that care, and to like a new generation hopefully like can get into those games. I'm excited for that. Alan Wake 2. Don't need to talk about it too much, but very excited from what I saw in that. Looks like you're not just playing as Alan. There's some other characters you're gonna get to play as and stuff.
Is Sam Lake gonna be Max Payne?
Oh boy. Sure, why not? I mean, let's do it. I hope they lean into the whole connected universe of it all. That'd be wonderful.
I don't think he speaks at all in the trailer. So if he just, once he's introduced and if he has that gravelly fucking voice, that would be very cool.
Just briefly, was anybody expecting that game? Alan Wake 2?
Not necessarily at this showcase for me, but
was there any like prior information about like it? Okay, I didn't know. I just felt like out of the blue for me, and I was like surprised because I loved Alan Wake.
I think it was announced at Game Awards, right?
Yeah, just like with like a logo. Like I think. if it was
like a light.
But
So it might have been
soon.
middle
That was
of,
like
like a
the only
year.
game with a date attached to it.
October like 12th or
17th.
17th. Yeah. Yeah, that's just incredibly exciting. I need my spooky games in spooky season, so I'm very happy that they're obliging me on that. And it looks like they're leaning into the more horror elements than like me and Kayla went back and played Alan Wake and the American Nightmare, and I remembered those games as a lot more survival horror than they really were. Like they're like really more actiony than I remembered. Like there's some spooky stuff and like there's still atmospheric stuff, but like not to the level of like a Silent Hill or something like that. It's way more action oriented. It seemed like in this, like, you know, the gameplay they showed and the environments and stuff, that it's leaning into more of the, you know, the you know, more survival horror aspects of it, which is what I want in my horror games. Ultros looked really cool. That looked like psychedelic Hollow Knight to me. That just, I don't know. I want more of those, I guess. More. If I'm not gonna get Silksong, I'll just take copycats.
The blacklight poster visuals didn't do it for me.
No? Oh man.
No.
I thought that worked for me. And then finally, we got a lot of Spider-Man 2, like a lot. It was a very long. I thought, I mean, it looked great. It was moving like crazy. They showed all the really cool new kind of movement that's in it. It looks like you get a wingsuit kind of ability. There's a lot of like you're just straight up flying as like Peter and Miles. You can swap between them. It looks like it looks like it's built into the story. Like you don't necessarily hot swap, but like as part of the progression, you're swapping between them and stuff. It worked really well, I thought, in that what they showed, the gameplay section that they showed. It felt pretty seamless and everything else. It felt like it would work to have those two characters and how different they are. But they kind of like, I mean, gave up the whole, you know, Peter with the symbiote suit and everything. That I felt like they should have kept more to the vest with that.
They did that with revealing Venom in the first teaser trailer. I mean, that's how you tell that story. Like Peter gets the suit, you know, gets mean, gets evil, figures out how to lose the suit. The suit, you know, finds Eddie Brock. That's.
Yeah, I don't know. Save it for the third one, like they did with the movies, and that worked so well, you know?
No, they pulled that ripcord quick, man. They had, we need Venom. We need to be edgy now. I thought the suit looked really cool. I thought all of the effects, the tendrils, and all of the stretchy goopiness looked really cool.
It looked all really cool. A flamin' hot take for me is it all looked really cool, but it felt like it was movie simulator to me, which is kind of a problem. I mean, maybe they just need to highlight like the real, you know, craziness, because people get excited for like CG trailers all the time, but then it comes out in the gameplay. Is it good? But it felt like you're just playing through like half of it and you're hitting like X when you needed to, and I was like, oh, this is not engaging at all. It looks beautiful, but they didn't sell me. It looked great. I'm sure it's going to be great because the first Spider-Man game was phenomenal, but what they showed me looked, you know, a spectacle for my eyes, but is it going to be good enough for me to really sink my teeth into? We'll see.
To your point, I mean, it doesn't look any advanced as one or Miles, or does the combat look like it adds much more? I mean, Venom's the only way to do that, really.
Yeah, building new abilities based on whatever his
combat,
like, symbiote kind of stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Miles had a couple more. They highlighted like an interesting like ground pound ability and stuff.
He looked really fun to play as.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play Miles Morales?
I played a little bit of it. The kids kind of if I get my hands on it, they immediately want to play.
Really? Okay.
Sure.
And Calvin will not learn how to web sling. He loves to
no.
just climb up every building.
Sure.
He doesn't want to move fast at all. He just loves climbing, and it just gets really frustrating. But anyway, yeah, that's my Miles experience so far. But
I think they do a good job with Miles. Oh God, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I wonder how seamless that is going to be if you're going to get any opportunities to swap between them in ways that aren't just like built into the story. Like if you get when you're just like swinging around the city or something in between side missions and stuff like that, if you can just freely choose who you have, or if it's based solely on the story beats, that kind of thing.
like if there's something that I should probably have invisibility for this mission. I'm gonna pick Miles to go do it.
Fingers crossed, it's gonna be better than Carnage's Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, I think it could probably beat that one. Yeah, I think it'll probably be.
It's gonna be another 90. Some would say.
I hope so.
90s. Shooting 90s.
that one should be
3.
Shut up. Yeah, he's good at drafting, guys. Yeah, so that was there anything else from the showcase that I missed? Those were the bolded ones for me.
Revenant Hill, that's from the team that's I think spun out from the Night in the Woods.
It looked like Night in the Woods, but I couldn't like tell what it was. Is it just another Night in the Woods?
No, this is like early 1900s.
Okay.
Like weird witchcrafty shit. It seems like it might be Cult of the Lamb town buildy kind of ish.
Okay.
According to the website.
I should have checked the website. So I should have.
But I really like Night in the Woods. I love that whole style that their games have. So I think it was called Neva from the creators of Gree. That had a really beautiful trailer, really really sad trailer.
That's the giant wolf, right?
Yeah, with antlers
sad.
and stuff.
There
was a lot of samey stuff. I don't know.
Samey stuff?
Yeah, a lot of, I don't know, like that Immortals of Eterna or whatever the fuck that game, like
Avium,
it was just a lot of that stuff. Yeah, Immortals of Avium or whatever. Like a lot of just hand shooty. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of like sci-fi, cyberpunkish type games that are in that showcase, right? They're all kind of blended together in my mind. I really like Dragon's Dogma. That looked really cool to me.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm a big fan of fantasy. So
was shocked to see gameplay so early.
Me too.
It seemed like they just announced it. So
other than that, I thought. I
thought Marathon had the coolest fucking trailer.
Oh yeah,
Bungie one.
Right.
But then I heard what the game is, and I'm like, oh, it's an extraction multiplayer game. Like
competitive, yeah.
No thanks.
Look into.
There was a lot of that. There was like that Fair Games. Was that the opener?
That's the first one, yeah.
That Payday heist style. There was a lot of Sony showing off. Hey, we've invested a lot in live service games. Here they are. And
Foam Stars. They got their Splatoon, baby.
That's right. You say we're excited for Foam Stars, baby. K-pop Splatoon.
The tech in that, like how the bubbles like morph the battlefield, that was cool. I just don't like kind of the whole everything else about it. The tech is cool. I hope Square can do something cool with that somewhere else.
Good old foam tech. Oh.
I think this might be the last time for us to see 16. What are our feelings right now since we've seen pretty
trailer
much
84?
84? What are we feeling about 16 right now?
What did you say, Kayla? You were like, I don't know what is going on. Something like that.
So much talking in that trailer.
Yep. I am very confused.
Yeah. They're really selling it for like a mature Final Fantasy. That's their thing. So I'm curious how how are they going to go with that?
Well, they got to stick with the crowd that they know that like the long running people are gonna play it, so we gotta kind of aim for them a little bit.
Yeah. I like medieval fantasy and especially like it seems like they're pulling hard from like Game of Thrones kind of, there's different houses and they're at war and there's political intrigue, etc., etc. But then it's a recent Final Fantasy, which means it's gonna like be heavily kind of animate up, and sometimes those things can clash, sometimes those like kind of can compete a little bit. I want a more, as grounded as a fantasy story can be, and I don't know if that's what they're going for, but it looks, I mean, like visually it looks really cool. I like the designs of like the I don't know what the summons, I don't know what they're called in this one. Whatever.
Oh, what are they called? Icons?
Icons, yeah. Seems like they play a big part in it,
That seems like it's going to be a total bummer. I don't know if I've seen anyone pull off the big kaiju battle stuff being fun in a game. I don't know.
Were you feeling the main protagonist?
Just seems like
I loved him in Chaos Legion and all the
broody, sexy, troubled backstory type guy.
Yeah, I hear you're gonna get like multiple time periods in his life and stuff, so you're gonna be able to really like, if the character's written well and if like his plight and everything is done well, then it'll be a good thing because it seems like you're sticking with him throughout his entire life or whatever. But if it's, I don't know, melodramatic or just kind of boring or something, and you've got to like, you have to love this character or else the game sucks, then that could be a little scary. But yeah, with the big kaiju battles and stuff, they said that each one's like unique, like it's a unique like gameplay style and stuff. So there might be at least like something to pull from that, like where if I don't really like when I have to use Ifrit or whatever parts, but Phoenix is really cool, that section of the game is real cool, or something like that. So there's potential there at least. I don't know. I beat 15, so I guess I'll probably beat 16 at some point.
Well, it can't be worse than 15. So
it could be.
I don't think so.
I think they have not hit rock bottom yet.
No, I think 16 is gonna be marginally better. But maybe that's just copium I'm on right now. A little hopium. Hopefully,
I want a good Final Fantasy. Like I gotta say that at least. I want it to be good. I hope that it is good. Like I really want it to be good. And it's coming out in June. We should talk about June. Let's do it.
Kind of a bummer of a PS showcase, though, right? Like
overall, it was just a lot of stuff. I don't know.
It was long.
It's very long.
There was a lot of missing in action kind of studios there. Like nothing from Santa Monica or Insomniac's Wolverine stuff or the Ghost of Tsushima developer. Can't think of that team, but
yeah, what are they?
A lot of stuff. Whatever's next from Naughty Dog,
Sucker Punch? Is that who does
Sucker
that?
Punch? Yes,
Sucker
thank
Punch,
you.
Yeah.
Would you say the absence of E3 might have heightened people's expectations a little bit more than usual?
I mean, they hyped it up quite a bit. Like they
did.
Haven't done one of these in 2 years.
Sure.
It's over an hour of stuff. That means, oh shit, like you're coming correct. I don't know. It is E3. Like whether it is or not, it is. Like it's June, it's May, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's time.
E3 is not happening because you guys have chosen to do this instead.
Right.
So everyone's personal score, we'll end it with that, with the showcase. Eric, 1 out of 5. What is your showcase score?
It's a good. It's still like a 4 for me, I'd say, just because like if you show me 30 games and I dig like 5 of them, that's still kind of fine for me. Like, you know, because that's how many games I'm gonna play in like a half a year or something, you know, like big, as long as they're big, you know, meaty games or whatever. So I saw at least. At least because we didn't even mention like Street Fighter 6 or something, or Street Fighter 6, right? Yeah, which was shown there. You know, we're gonna talk about that, but like, you know, it was they showed other stuff too that we didn't like talk about. That was also still interesting. It wasn't new or whatever. So it's like
interesting. But are you excited for it?
There were like 5 things, you know, like Spider-Man 2 and Ultros and stuff like that. So for me, that's a B, you know, that's a B minus, whatever, like a
4 out of 5 things. I gotcha.
Yeah, you know.
Mike, what was your
Delta?
Overall? Delta. It is Delta score.
I'm excited to see Metal Gear. I popped for that. That was about it for me.
Kayla.
3.
I have to go on with Eric. I'm a 4 out of 5. I'm an optimist. If they gave me at least 3 things I'm really excited about, I'm going to be talking about it for like a half a year. So
they showed Ifrit. Give it a 5.
Dude.
Oh, Ifrit. Good old Ifrit.
I'm still calling him Ifrit. Fuck that shit.
Ifrit.
No, Ifrit.
Ifrit. All right.
Oh,
like
goodness.
Final Fantasies with no voice acting.
It helped, right? Because you could just call the characters whatever the fuck you wanted. You could mispronounce them really poorly, and it was great.
What happened the days where I get to name every character of everything in every game?
Yeah, you just went to recess the next day and said like, "Oh yeah, you know that character," and everyone else looked at you funny and like, "Okay, yeah, sure, that's a way to pronounce it. That's fine." Sure.
All right, let's talk about June.
I suppose we could do that. Mike said this could be the month. This could be the one. June 2nd is pretty jam-packed. The aforementioned Street Fighter 6 comes out. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes to theaters. And The Boogeyman, the adaptation of the Stephen King novel, also comes to theaters. So that's all June 2nd. We're getting 3 different huge fighting games this year: Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat, the big 3 for most people. Which one's going to be the best? Ryan, start it off.
Man, I've always been a fan of all of them, really. I'll probably lean more heavier on Tekken and Street Fighter after kind of like watching the Street Fighter stuff. I like what they're doing with like the player hub in Street Fighter. It's just kind of like a community, and you can kind of like meet and do different things and battle different people and other activities and within the as long as I keep the community strong, I think the game's gonna go long, because it's a fighting game at the end of the day, right? How well does it play? How well competitively is it going to be? Are people been playing for years? And I think that's the most important thing. Tekken, same deal, man. I don't know what they're going to do to excite people, bring new characters in. Street Fighter has a load of new characters that people are excited for that are new to their franchise. And is Tekken really doing that this time around? I'm not sure. Does anybody know about that? What are they doing different with Tekken opposed to what they've done in the past?
They haven't really gone too in depth on like what their plans are for a single player thing or anything like that. They've really just done the, hey, we're back. Here's, every week or whatever, they've been introducing a character, like this month it seems.
Okay.
Bringing a lot of the old favorites back. I don't think they've announced really anyone new. But
probably doing season passes with like a new character or something with a new color skin or some shit that probably.
I'm sure all 3 of them are going to have that, but Street Fighter 6 from early reviews seems to have like a bomb-ass single-player mode, which has me excited because that's really what I would play the most in these. MK is probably going to have a bomb-ass story mode too. Tekken probably won't.
Yeah, Tekken's never a huge in story.
So I'm I really like Street Fighter. I like all three of them as well, but Street Fighter just feels good. Like no matter if it does have the character you don't like or the story mode sucks, whatever. It always feels pretty awesome to do a Shoryuken like that, or any of the Hadouken, any of those.
You think it'll have those in this one?
Not sure,
Yeah.
but maybe.
You think our good friend Matt will be playing any of those games?
Oh, I'm sure he's got a pre-order on all of the above.
I'm excited to play him in some Street Fighter.
Oh boy, Kayla, you're a Tekken, right?
Yeah, but I'm probably most excited for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I am too. I think I'm most excited for Mortal Kombat.
Tekken,
I really jumped for those last ones.
Yeah, but Tekken just has such a nostalgic, like, cow chop memory for me. That's not really a thing anymore. So,
yeah.
Tekken for me
sitting at a
with
92, by the way.
Like
got a
arcades.
Street Fighter sitting at a 92. Sorry, Kayla.
Goodness gracious.
Wow,
One of my lower 90s, but we'll take it.
Gloating on this podcast.
Ryan, I think you asked about like an arcade.
Yeah, I mean, just Tekken generally, I played that probably most in arcades growing up in my teenage years, and it was just such a, I don't know, such a fun game playing in arcade. We kind of don't have that the same way anymore. Everything's online, so
Right.
That's my memory of it.
Yeah, I don't ever want to play anyone online in a fighting game. I'm just gonna get wrecked. But yeah, at an arcade, like Tekken 3 or Tekken Tag Tournament. Goodness gracious, those were a lot of fun. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to the animated Spider-Man from when did that come out? 2017 or something? 18? Yeah. I loved that first one. This one's going to be 2 different parts, I believe they said. Like this is like part 1 of 2. You weren't a big fan of that first one, right, Mike?
No, I don't. I like my movies to not be blurry all the time. I don't know. But yeah, rave reviews for that first one. The second one, people are calling it like The Godfather 2. Like people are fucking hyping this thing up like it's the best sequel of all time. And we're going to see it this weekend. The kids and Selena love that first one too, like everyone else does.
Oh, so you're just wrong. Okay, cool. That's good. I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
Right or wrong, it still looks bad to me. Like I can't help that. And yeah, I think we'll see it Saturday or Sunday, and I'll come back here with my verdict. Love it.
Oscar Isaac's in this one. Exciting.
Oh, well, then it's an A. All right.
Boom. Boogeyman. Any Boogeyman fans out there? And would have popped for that one. I think the trailer looks spooky. Real dark. Seems like the Boogeyman hides in the shadows as they are wont to do. I think that one looks cool.
Yeah, mini Princess Leia's in it.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I was like, man, who is that little girl? Yeah,
she's gonna force choke the Boogeyman to death. It's gonna be great.
I'd watch it.
I like the actress who plays the older sister. She's from Yellow Jackets. Her name is Sophie Thatcher. She plays Juliette Lewis's younger version.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of doing a Juliette Lewis, like impressing and like a lot in what she's doing. So I'm eager to see if she can actually do something different.
Man, you're selling me. You are selling me. So that's June 2nd. We get the Boogeyman in theaters. We get Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in theaters. And we get Street Fighter 6 coming to both PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Sorry, Switch. Diablo 6 coming June 6th to everything except the Switch. This looks like a lot of fun. There were a ton of ads in London for Diablo. Did I say 6? 4. Diablo 4. I think I said 6.
No, you're right. It was 6.
Yeah.
Diablo 6.
There were just a ton of really cool ads for Diablo. And it got me... We've seen a lot. They've shown a good amount of gameplay. We've had trailers going back, I don't know, a year and a half at this point. That third game like its transition to consoles and how like well that played and everything else was just awesome, and I expect nothing different from this one. I know they did a bunch of betas that people were really digging and stuff too. Yeah, Diablo's great. I don't
That
know.
one's only at an 89, so I can't really play that.
I don't. I'm hearing everybody's loving the shit out of that game. They say it's the next best thing since sliced bread. So, Diablo 3 wasn't a huge fan of it. Then they came off Diablo Immortal, which everyone knows my feelings about Diablo Immortal.
Oh boy.
And then it might as well be Diablo 6 because it did the remastered version of 2, and then they did Diablo Immortal. So we're up to 6 technically. So you're right, Eric.
Okay, I like
you're
it.
Right. You're right.
I like that. Yeah, they released 2 bad games, and then you get this is the 6th one.
I'm excited.
Good. Yeah, it's gonna be great. You loved 3 as well, right, Kayla? I mean, we played through that whole thing, and I think the DLC, right?
Liked it. I'm excited.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And it has couch co-op. I just read about that.
Ooh,
so
nice.
not enough games doing that anymore. So that's June 6th, coming to next gen and last gen apparently. On June 8th, we're getting Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley's recurring fest of games in the summer. He pulled back a little bit on some tweets on like what we can really expect, like he's
I thought he was hyping it up there he's like
for a little bit.
We have 4 to 5 things that gamers are gonna pop for. Like, oh great, because you have like 80 things, dude. Like if all of them suck but 5.
Dude, man, he was worse than Flavor Flav. Like he was hype man on Twitter like every fucking day. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna have all the best games. We have all these lists of games. Like it's like, dude, I don't know.
The day that E3 died, that it was official, man. He's
in the bushes waiting.
You heard about Game Fest? You heard about Game Fest?
I do like that he's getting buy-in. We'll see how much buy-in. We'll see what's actually there. But like when you look at the presenters and everything else, you got the big ones there. So we'll see what they actually bring to the table. But he's getting the like people who were no longer going to E3. So
he's doing his job.
We're gonna get the additional character stuff. We're gonna get the map pack stuff. Like that's what he gets for this. Like we'll probably see Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay here. We'll probably see some Silent Hill 2 stuff here. I don't really think we're gonna get a lot of
any big reveals.
A lot of popping stuff.
I know CD Projekt Red is going to be showing their Phantom Liberty. Is what it's called, right? Yeah,
I believe you're right. Yeah.
Right, a DLC.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Like maybe they'll show the Witcher remake. I don't know, but
too early.
They've never showed stuff too early before. That's too early, or released things too early. So, we'll see.
So
I'm not getting high expectations for the Key 3.
Key 3, I like it.
Well, that'll be streaming at 2 p.m. Central for all you Central folks on June 8th. It's
good that he distanced himself from Netflix month or whatever that was last year. So geek fucking year or whatever they call this shit. Good.
Oh, Netflix. They're plucky. They keep trying. Next day, June 9th, we're getting Transformers Rise of the Beasts coming to theaters. We finally get our Beast Wars on the big screen,
30 years too late.
Yeah. And The Crowded Room limited series coming to Apple TV with our boy Tom Holland. Kayla, I know you were pretty hyped for The Crowded Room. You had seen it, going back a couple months ago. Looks interesting. Thriller, psychological thriller. Who done it?
I'd see it, but I don't remember being very excited about it.
Well, I thought you were. Then I'll have all the excitement for it. I want Tom Holland to succeed in Hollywood so bad. I mean, this is a streamer, but I think he's got the chops. I think he's like, he was pretty decent as like Nathan Drake in a just kind of a so-so like movie. And I don't know. I just want to see the dude in more stuff, and this is maybe an opportunity to do something a little different too, because seems like a real messed up character.
Do you think he could ever like get over the high schooler, like just look about him?
Well, it's interesting because like I think there's like scenes in like high school and stuff in this, like quite a few. But yeah, he's like almost 30, I think, at this point. So yeah, I don't know.
He feels like
never gonna Chalamet out of fucking Spider-Man. I don't know.
He feels like a Michael J. Fox of our era in a lot of ways for me.
That's a good comp.
Because you're saying, will he ever be able to break that schoolboy type of, he was put in so many roles, in that kind of typecasted way. And he needs a breakup. Unfortunately, he needs some damage. He needs a story. He needs to get he needs to become dark.
Are you giving Tom Holland Parkinson's right now? What are you doing?
No. Listen. All I'm saying is he needs the symbiote. He needs the black suit. He needs to put the black suit on with Parkinson's.
Oh, he needs to pull the symbiote ripcord.
I think he tries too hard in that direction. Because all the movies he's in are like kind of weird. They're not Daniel Radcliffe weird movies, but they're like weirder movies. I don't remember what that Daisy Ridley movie is.
What was the one with Robert Pattinson? That was
The Devil Speaks to Me or whatever.
Right.
Like they're weird, damaged man movies. Just like I think this one's gonna be. I think he needs to break away from that.
I think people need to realize he's only acting in like 25% of those Spider-Man movies. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have the chops. I don't know.
I think he's a good actor, honestly. I think he just needs to branch out to different roles.
He's the best Spider-Man. I haven't seen him do anything other than that. But I could say the same. I don't really think Tobey Maguire ever did anything that I really liked outside of that. Or Andrew Garfield.
Have you not seen The Social Network?
You need to see Babylon in the 5 minutes that Tobey Maguire's in that, and that'll change your mind. Babylon, what a movie! All right, June 11th, we're getting the Xbox showcase along with the Starfield, the big Starfield showcase that they're doing. That'll be noon Central on that one. They're doing a deep dive into Starfield, which they kind of have a lot riding on.
They need it.
Kind of taken a lot of lumps over, the last year or more at this point. Yeah. Redfall was real bad, apparently.
The interview with the head,
Spencer, yeah.
What didn't do them any favors?
Oh man.
Normally, such a well-spoken dude, like always measured, always kind of like saying the right things, even in bad scenarios. But yeah, kind of shot himself in the foot in a big way. I understood what he meant, like Same. That, like Starfield isn't going to save the company or something, and make people, whatever he said, like make people like turn in their PlayStations or whatever. I get the sentiment, but yeah, it was just poor timing.
I 100% agree with you. It's just the problem is like public perception and this tribalism the councils have. That was going to be a shit show right after you heard what he said. You know what I mean? Despite I understand he was being real about the situation, which people can't really get in their head.
Really quick, I thought he was wrong about that. If Starfield is an 11 out of 10, it'll make people buy your fucking console. Like when Breath of the Wild came out, guess what? People bought a fucking Switch right away to play. Like I don't know. Word of mouth would be so big. It's like, plus if it could be the Zelda killer this year, like if it is a clear game of the year winner type game, like you need it. Like don't downplay that shit. I don't
You're
know.
still right, Mike, because you know what? I bought the Switch for Breath of the Wild, then I sold it, and hey, guess what? Tears of the Kingdom came out. I was like, oh, fuck, I need to play Zelda again. So I bought another Switch for another Zelda game. So games do sell consoles.
Yeah, I just don't think, like, I mean, even if it is 11 out of 10, Switch, I mean, no one's catching Switch. No one's even in that, like, no one's even playing that same fucking game. And PlayStation's doing a really good job. Like, despite not really having, like, is the PS5 lineup that fantastic? No, but, like, they built a hype train. It's a good console. Like, it's really good. And there's some good games, but, like, I think I agree that no one's gonna, like, trade in their PS5. Like, come on. I don't know.
Project Q.
You get a second job and you buy
Well, sure.
the Series X.
Sure. I think Starfield can sell consoles, though. I don't disagree with that. I guess if we're now in our third year of these consoles and now they're available, that you can just, like, go into a Best Buy or whatever and get them. And I guess if Starfield is the next Elden Ring or something, where it's like the thing that everyone's talking about and everything else, and you can only get it on your Xbox and PC, right? So I mean, there's that aspect of it too.
They want to be available anywhere.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it needs to be Elder Scrolls Skyrim level success for it to, like, really turn some heads. I think it's gonna be a great game, but I don't know if it'll have the crazy staying power that game had, or Zelda, or whatever other first party. Does real quick, does Xbox really have a big franchise anymore? Kind of like you have your Final Fantasies, you have your Zeldas, you have your, that's like really their own thing. Was it Fable? Would you say, like, maybe Fable type
Halo? I mean, Halo, yeah, but like that last one came out and did really well, and then I guess the community didn't dig, like, the after support and stuff, and it kind of just died, like, after, like, it had a month and then it was dead, kind of thing.
Yeah, just a general question. Didn't mean to derail you.
Oh, no. I mean, that's what they're looking for right now, though, Xbox. Like, they're looking for something they can hang their hat on in a big way. Halo was that for a while. And then they, everyone got, like, Xbox 360s for a while, too, because they had great third-party support and stuff on, like, everyone was buying Xbox 360s to play everything that was, coming out. Yeah, and now, yeah, I mean, it's the Bethesda stuff, really. So whatever the next Elder Scrolls is, whatever Starfield, ends up being, those are the things they really have to, like, hold on to. But, like, they took a big swing with Redfall, huge disaster on that one. I don't know that. Yeah, I love Bethesda games. I love, like, the partnership between them and Microsoft. I have, like, high hopes for Starfield and Elder Scrolls, and I had high hopes for Redfall, and, like, if they continue on with Dishonored and stuff like that, like, I'm hoping for the best. But yeah, they got a hit on one of these franchises on something, and we'll see. I still love Game Pass. Yeah, Fable. Horizon, the Horizon racing games apparently are really good. I streamed one for like 30 minutes on their Xbox Cloud or whatever, and it was a cool ass racing game, but I'm just, it's not my cup of tea. Anything else? I mean, Starfield's the big thing for this showcase, but do we get, like, in the past they've had Silksong on a showcase? Do we get a date for Silksong or anything like that? No,
silly Billy.
Okay. All right.
No. I think they're gonna come with everything they got. They got to come guns blazing. Fable's got to be there. Perfect Dark's got to be there. Bring back Banjo. Whatever you could do.
Banjo, first person shooter.
Give Tim Schafer and Double Fine a truckload of money and make an adventure game with Banjo. Fuck it. Whatever kind of game you want, just use it.
Psychonauts 3 would be fun. I'd be into another Psychonauts.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see whatever Double Fine's doing, and they like to fund whatever their studios like to do, like little side projects and stuff. What was that one? I think you played it, Eric.
Pentiment.
Pentiment, yes.
Loved it. Loved
yeah,
that game.
Yeah. That was a little Obsidian side project, and now this year, hopefully, we see their big, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2. That's happening still.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got a lot of buns in the oven, and they got to be ready sometime.
Hopefully they don't make a big proclamation like all these games will be out in the next 12 months, and then none of them are.
But
Come
Stalker
on.
2, oh
man, Stalker 2. I hope. I think I drafted that one. Oh God. Stop
You
reminding me. Oh no. All right, let's get off of Xbox here and go and move on to June 16th, which is June 15th. Had to add it to the thing. We're getting Black Mirror season 6. It's gonna be 5 episodes. I think Black Mirror is consistently pretty good. That's on Netflix. I just kind of dig their out there thoughts of dark future and where our technology could go. Some, it's hit or miss. Some of the episodes are a little bit meh, but there's some just bangers in there. Every season has at least 1 or 2 episodes that just really grips me at least. Were you gonna say something, Kayla, on that?
No, just I'm agreeing with you. Just some of them are really good. Some of them are meh.
Yeah, I remember seeing the San Junipero episode. Is that what that one?
Yeah.
I watched that one. I loved it. And then
Wonderful.
The next episode was really not great. And then I just stopped watching. I just could. I need to learn to just skip the episode, I guess. And
Yeah.
just move on.
Yeah.
But, it's always in the back of my mind to catch up on that show.
There's some great ones. I mean, San Junipero's probably the best episode ever, I think, maybe. But there's
Right.
I like that there's just cool especially those early seasons and stuff. They're just cool British actors and stuff in a lot of those that just pop up for one episode or something, and because it used to be a BBC production, I believe, and then Netflix kind of took it over. But yeah, I don't know. They get some good talent. They get some good directing talent and stuff too. So yeah, Black Mirror season 6 coming June 15th. June 16th though, we got a bunch. We got The Flash finally coming to theaters. Apparently, it's the greatest movie Tom Cruise has ever seen, I think he said. Elemental is coming to theaters. We get our newest Pixar joint. The Blackening, which looks... I hope they didn't show all the jokes in the trailer. That's also coming to theaters. And Extraction 2 is coming to Netflix. That first one was a lot of fun. Any of these stand out to you, Kayla?
See Elemental. It looks cute.
Yeah.
I like the first trailer. That's enough for me. I don't want to see more. I know they have an extended trailer, which we have seen, but it just seems like Pixar creates that world and makes you have all the feelings.
Yeah, I like that one. Is it from the same studio or creative team that did what's Inside Out? Is that the one?
I don't know, but could be.
Yeah,
Seems like it.
It
Got
gave
similar
similar vibes to that one, and yeah, that one does look a lot of fun. I mentioned The Blackening. The trailer is really good. I really like the trailer on that one. It seems like it could be one of those movies where all the best gags and all the best jokes are just in the trailer, and then it's not great. But I want to give it a shot. I hope the early reviews are good.
Need more comedies for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, it's there's just not enough, and raunchy kind of if you want to call them stoner comedies or whatever. I
want to see The Machine for a reason.
Sure. Yeah, we just don't get as many as we used to.
It gives me scary movie vibes,
Sure. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for in some way. not a full parody, but like definitely very self-aware. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I really like that first Extraction movie. I don't even know. Did you watch that one with me, Kayla?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay. Did either of you guys check out Extraction, the first one?
Great. Chris Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
It's just a really cool action movie. I mean, it's like kind of diet John Wick in a lot of ways. I mean, just some really good like fight choreography and good camera work and stuff like that. And I don't know that it needed a sequel per se, but if it's just like a bigger budget version of the first one or something, I'm into it. It's just super soldier, a role that Arnold would have played 30, 40 years ago or something, but with all the bells and whistles of today's camera work and choreography and stuff like that. So yeah, I dug that one.
Batman.
Yeah, the Flash.
Flash.
We're
Very excited.
getting Michael Keaton. We're getting Ben Affleck, the best Batman.
Do we get Bale?
That would be fucking great if they somehow kept that under wraps. Because they've shown every like bit of Michael Keaton. I feel like I know exactly his whole
Every bit
like
of that movie.
Right.
If they could change the title of this movie, they would.
Get Michael Shannon back too. I'm really excited for
so
him.
cool.
I loved him so much in Man of Steel. I think he did a phenomenal job in that
You
one.
don't miss. Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Shannon's
Man of Steel was
phenomenal.
good. I like Man of Steel.
It was.
I don't like Superman. Fuck Superman.
Yeah, I know. But what about Supergirl?
She
Oh,
looks
yeah?
cool. Yeah, she looks cool. I don't know anything about her, but she's probably boring. Like
That in the
Superman.
trailer. God. This pisses me off.
Yeah, if she was like revealed later or something, would be
Yeah,
more
they-
impactful.
I agree. They show too much, but I think
They have to, man. With that shit with Ezra,
Yeah.
they had to
there's
put any
money.
smoke screens over him as they can. They had to show everything.
They must have put so much money into that movie. That's probably the only reason that happened.
Yeah, they must have gave Tom Cruise a board seat at Warner Brothers or
Yeah.
something. I don't know why. Like they
Well,
think he could just turn anything into a $1 billion movie or something.
Well, after
They're
Top
nuts.
Gun, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be like from everything you hear, like they could have easily canned this movie. Like they canned that Batgirl movie, unfortunately, and they're no longer going with any of their DCU as it was. The Snyderverse and all that is
Well,
now done.
This is probably the movie that lets that happen. This is the Big Bang Effect kind of movie because
Yeah.
Flash can do that. Apparently, he can
It's probably their multiverse.
of
of
erase
deal.
everything or whatever. Clean slate it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably could have done that without Ezra Miller, though. And I feel like if they're saying like, "Hey, we'll deal with the controversy,"
Goddamn.
it must be decent, right? I feel like it's got to be pretty good.
I'm
if
here.
they're
It's
willing to-
absolutely amazing.
Had
I mean,
good buzz.
Yeah.
I'm here. It's the best DC film like ever made. That's a high because the Batman was. It was I think maybe the best DC film for me ever.
There's a lot of good DC
I don't
stuff.
think there's such a high bar there. Like,
Okay, listen, Aquaman was so good. No,
Oh, I think the Batman's great. I think like Batman Begins. Oh, the Nolan trilogy's really good. Those older Batmans too are pretty solid. Returns, whatnot. The Tim Burtons.
forever.
we're not counting Dark Knight. Like we're talking like the DC.
Oh,
Current.
the DCU or whatever. Yeah, no, those are pretty much bad.
Yeah.
Other than what's the 4-hour one? I love that one. That was a lot
Oh,
of
you
fun.
love the Snyder cut.
I
Oh,
do like
God.
this. I literally do like. It's not a bit, guys. I like the Snyder cut quite a bit.
June 18th.
June 18th. Righteous Gemstones coming back for its third season to Max, I guess now. No longer HBO. I don't know how. I had
Have
to
you guys-
download Max today.
Have you guys used the app yet?
I
No.
used it for the first time today. Had to watch the Barry
Poo.
season finale.
Poo poo.
I didn't notice much difference. I don't know.
I did.
I just went
I don't
right to
like it.
Barry. I just like recently watched. Here's a new episode, and I was like, okay.
Right, you didn't have to navigate.
I didn't. I didn't.
all. Like, I do that. I like to see what's new and what's coming up, and I didn't like it.
No.
I'm old.
Old man
But Righteous
shakes fist at
Gemstones, I like.
Max. Yeah. I feel like, how long is they're cranking these out? Righteous Gemstones, I feel like, right?
1 and 2 took a long time.
Okay.
There was a big pandemic break, and now, season 2 was last year. Season 3, we got a lot of shows like that. Barry came back hard. We're getting, show later on, season 2. Quick turnaround.
Is it building towards any sort of conclusion? Do you think like season 3 might be the last, or is it just keep going?
I don't think so. They made like the big, like, Danny McBride's character is now like the head of the family now. Like, what's his name? From the Connors. What I forget his name.
John Goodman.
John Goodman, thank you. Has kind of stepped down as like the head of the family, I guess, and now Danny McBride's in the driver's seat, literally, because I guess there's like a NASCAR tie-in with the church or something, and he's he's driving a pace car at some point. Caught a glimpse of my boy Walton Goggins, Uncle Baby Billy, the best character on that show, and it's just fun. That show's really funny. Doesn't really matter what's going on.
Did you see? It was going around Twitter, and I retweeted it. Walton Goggins' father, a picture of Walton Goggins' father.
Saw that, yeah. He looked like a Hell's Angels, like
oh my god,
cat or something. Yeah,
what a guy. It's exactly who I think anyone thought. Like, oh yeah, that's probably Walton Goggins' father. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, gotta catch up on Gemstones. We finished Barry now. We finished what was the other one we wrapped up?
Barry was so fucking good.
I called it, by the way. No spoilers, but if you've listened to episodes that I was on of this podcast,
I did not call it.
I may have called some events that were going to happen. But Barry, go check it out, guys. Also check out Righteous Gemstones on June 18th, season 3 on Max. Aliens Dark Descent coming June 20th. Didn't get a chance to check out any recent stuff on this since, like, only thing I've seen is that 30-second little teaser that they released, a year ago.
So I was hoping that this was a Helldiver, but it turns out it's an XCOM. So, but it's like real time, like it's like Rainbow Six XCOM. It looks like your squad is sticking close to your controller character.
It's RTS essentially. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and you're freezing time. Like whenever you pull your gun, you're freezing time, I guess, and you are making your decisions. Whenever a horde or whatever scurries past you, whatever xenomorph bullshit's going on.
I'm so excited for it. It looks phenomenal. We haven't had a game like this in a very long time, so I got big expectations. So hopefully it's good. I love exciting. Alien, but they're in a slew of like terrible Alien games. And I just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. It looks cool. It's got like permadeath, so if you lose like part of your squad, they're gone. That's game over, bro. Okay, type stuff. So, any sort of
multiplayer component on this one?
I don't think so. I think it's single player.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
I want more XCOMs like that, so I'm into that. Yeah. So that's coming to last gen on PS4 and Xbox One, PC, and current gen PS5 and
HBO Max
series. Yes, and Max actually on that one. You keep saying HBO, Mike. HBO doesn't exist anymore. They killed it. They took it out back and shot it in the face. Yeah. Secret Invasion coming to Disney Plus, unless they change that name at some point. June 21st. This is going to be a real limited series. I think there's 4 episodes. 4 or 5.
What?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
They're just keeping it
tight.
I think probably those like 45-ish minute episodes that they've kind of done on a lot of their shows. They'll range, usually from like 35 to 55 on their episodes. But yeah, they're really limiting this one, and yeah, I mean, give me Sam Jackson led spy thriller with shape-shifting aliens in the MCU. Yeah, I think I hit all the buzzwords on that one.
The Mothers of Dragon.
Olivia Colman in this.
And Olivia Colman, hell yeah.
So, we'll see.
Man.
I loved Secret Invasion in the comics so much, so it is one of the like highlights for me, like comics, Marvel. I really hope they do justice to it. But 4 episodes, man, that seems like maybe too short. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think the problem they've had with a lot of shows is that they're too long, honestly. Like, I mean, pretty much all of their...
Stretch it too much.
Yeah, definitely.
Quality over quantity. Let's do it.
I want a lean meat.
Right, yeah. Maybe, some of those could have been 4 or 5 episodes and we would have had, better things to say about them. But, yeah, Secret Invasion coming to Disney Plus June 21st. That's when... to check out. The 22nd, we've touched on it. We're getting Final Fantasy 16, PS5 exclusive. I think PC later on that one.
Right.
And yeah, I think we've said everything we need to say about that one.
One thing. I got a question.
Sure.
Will this be the last big number Final Fantasy? They've kind of alluded that they might get rid of the numbering.
I think that's a dumb idea.
That's silly, yeah. I don't know.
Because people...
16 might end with 16.
I know, yeah, they had this conversation about that. How do you guys feel about that? Would you want them just to go, like, name titles? Or will you like the numbered? I think the number gives it the identity. And people immediately know exactly which one you're talking about. Especially now, because it's been in the society for so long. That's the way it is. Can you imagine Final Fantasy, Righteous Gemstone, Final Fantasy, The Blackening... Final Fantasy, The Flash. Which one am I talking about? Which one again? I don't know.
They're
that
really
series
bad.
lives off of that number.
Mm-hmm.
The mystique and the like, oh man, this franchise has been along so fucking long. It must be awesome. So I don't think they can get rid of
I
numbering.
said they have to at least go to 20. Then they can just call it quits. Hit the 20 and then I'm good.
They're really bad at names too. Like any games that they have like put name Dirge of Cerberus and stuff like that. Like they're just dumb. Like their names are dumb. I mean, maybe they sound great in Japan.
Rangers of Paradise or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just
so
bad
melodramatic
at that. Whereas like I think it is iconic. You see the Roman numerals, and it's like, and then like Final Fantasy X. Some people call it like Final Fantasy X, and it's just like.
Right.
I know what you're talking about, man. That's cool. Like, that kind of thing. Or like X2.
He's my favorite.
right.
And no one else does that. Really. Like, in that way, particular
Dragon
way.
Quest would be the other one
okay,
that comes
you're
to
right.
mind.
Yeah. That's true.
Resident Evil's getting there.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah. And they've had bad luck with when they're not using the numbers, I think. Like when they try to
There's good juju in the numbers, is what we're trying.
I think so.
You gotta have a good number if you're a Japanese studio.
Speaking of numbers, we're getting season number 2 of The Bear coming to FX on Hulu same day as Final Fantasy 16, June 22nd. Exciting. Our show of the year last year, for all intents and purposes. We talked a ton about it. It kind of swept a bunch of different nominations at the Noddies. And I don't know, what more can we say other than I think this is one where I'm excited for, another season. I think there is more to tell with this group of people and with, where that first season left us. And, just take it away. I mean, any of you guys. I mean, you guys were probably 2 of the biggest, proponents for The Bear last year, I'd say.
I love this so much. I applied to be an extra on that show.
Cool.
and I did not make it.
Oh,
Long story
season
short.
3, you know.
Yeah, well, maybe next year. We'll see.
You know, I Succession's over with, Barry's over with, 2 of the best shows ever, and I need that next. I need the heir, the true king, and it might be this show. It has the chops. It can do it. I'm excited to see what season 2 has.
Yeah. How you feeling going into season 2, Kayla? You were like more in the middle of the road on season 1.
I'm still pretty much in the middle of the road.
Gotcha.
I watch it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Seems like it's kind of taken a different path here now. Like they've turned.
Yeah, turning the place into like a fine dining establishment, and all of the crazy shit that's going to happen along the way. I'm excited. I think it's like the best cast, out there now that Succession's done. Just I loved every little weird character on that show.
Great ensemble, without a doubt. Yeah. And great segue to another ensemble on June 23rd. Asteroid City, Wes Anderson's new film, is coming out very soon.
What is bigger than an ensemble? Like a city? This is like a movie city?
Yeah, an ultrasamble, maybe?
Ubersamble?
Yeah, an Ubersamble. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well,
like
if anyone knows
Zodiac.
the word for it, Wes Anderson knows the word for it.
He would, yes.
Yeah.
Encore ensemble.
We wanted a great comedy. I think this is going to be it. I'm so excited. French Dispatch was so good. I think so many people slept on that movie, and it's in complete black and white. He put away one of his favorite weapons, the fucking colors, and they're back. And yeah, E.T. in the desert. Give me that.
Looks like you mentioned the colors. I mean, they look insane. It looks kind of unreal, like the tones that they're going for in this. I'm sure there's some wild cameras that they're using, some kind of thing that they dug up from that doesn't exist anymore.
Probably.
It looks incredibly striking if you've seen any of the images or the trailers from that. And yeah, me and Kayla checked out the French Dispatch when it hit Max, I think, or wherever it hit. I forget. It was at Max. Yeah, that was the first Wes Anderson film I think either of us had ever seen, and I thought it was really arresting. I mean, just like I knew kind of what I was getting into a little bit. With big ensemble cast, these vignettes that they're just kind of going on these little tangents and stuff like that, and it was cool. Like, yeah, French Dispatch was a lot of fun, so I'm excited now to go and see whatever Wes is putting out. And yeah, like you said,
first of 2 movies he's releasing this year, apparently.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
If you're new to Mr. Anderson, I would highly recommend Moonrise Kingdom. I really liked that one a bit.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, people have been trying to get me to watch his stuff forever, and I think I should. I think I should now that like I've dipped the toe in and not like the water wasn't.
You'd
so
probably
hot.
like Darjeeling a bit, and Tenenbaums. Watch any of them. They're all pretty good.
Yeah,
at least some of them are great.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox.
I'll put him on the list.
Keep adding. Speaking of your list, you got this one on the schedule for June 23rd as well. No Hard Feelings. Snuck it in there. The new Jennifer Lawrence film. She still makes movies, guys. R-rated comedy looks like a lot of fun. She's hired by a mom and dad, it seems, to show their son the ropes. He's kind of a nerd, and she's supposed to like seduce him and like take him, I think, to like prom or something.
Bring him out of his shell before college.
Yes.
He's of age. He's an adult, and supposed to kind of get him out of his bedroom, pretty much.
Right. I'm excited
and back
to see
into a different bedroom.
I'm excited to see like Jennifer Lawrence as like a dirtbag. It seems like that's the character she's playing, and just like needs the money, needs the job, and I really like that run she was on for a while. I liked a lot of the stuff she was putting out, and then for whatever reason she just kind of went away there for a little while. But yeah, I want her in more stuff, and I want more R-rated comedies. So no hard feelings. Yeah, I know Mike doesn't like Jennifer Lawrence. It's fine. You'll see Asteroid City, and I'll see No Hard Feelings, and then
I will say it does seem like she kind of went. Maybe she was out studying at the Charlize Theron rom-com university, because it seemed like this would 10 years ago this would have been Charlize like in this kind of role. Like she's got that kind of, I don't know, ain't taking no shit kind of thing going.
Charlize got burned with what's that great
The Long
movie?
Shot.
The Long Shot, man. Oh fuck, I don't want to get depressed again. June 23rd, No Hard Feelings coming to cinemas. That's what they call them in London. June 29th, The Witcher Season 3 Part 1 coming to Netflix. The beginning of the end for our buddy Geralt, at least played by Henry Cavill. The beginning of the end for that.
Beginning and end of that series, you mean?
I hope so. Like as much as I've liked that series and everything, I think Henry Cavill's the guy. I don't want to see anyone else in that role. And it's gonna be just weird. To if they do go season 4, apparently that's already kind of in production. I think
they already greenlit. Breaking news: season 5.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just gonna be so weird. Especially because like Liam Hemsworth doesn't really look like.
You got the worst of Hemsworths. I mean, like it's, I don't know.
Should have got Pedro Pascal.
I would have taken that. Sure, why not? I have strong opinions. I'm going to watch the 3rd season, but I'm not going to watch anything else after. I'm not on board, especially after what the writers did. How Henry just left a series for many reasons because they weren't close to source material. They didn't respect it, which is true in what they wrote. I can see it, but huge Witcher fan. Really big disappointed. Huge Cavill fan. Equally as disappointing. I'm excited for season 3 though. They say they send him off the best way they possibly can. A hero send off, they said, I believe. So I don't know.
Probably also let it end there.
That'd be
great. How do you feel about them splitting in 2 parts though?
They're at least coming quick. I think the second part is like July or August. Like it's not. I know it's not like super long.
Yeah, they're just trying to spread out viewers.
It's a trend with their big shows. They did the same thing with Stranger Things.
Just go to weekly. What are they doing?
I agree with you. I hate the way their binge culture is, and because like what drives people to see things? People meeting at the water cooler at work, talking about online, having the conversation like we're having it. It makes shows elevate, right? Other than we have one and done it. That's it. 1 season, 1 week. That's it. That's all you can hear about it, really.
And it's hard for some people to keep up with that, to have those conversations.
And also just to feel behind, because people maybe don't have time to like watch a complete full 10-hour season of whatever in one go. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
For someone who like hates spoilers too, it does when all that can be spoiled is just like 1 episode. That does help, for that. That's like the worst case scenario is you get like 1 or 2 episodes spoiled if you're a little back. Whereas a new Netflix show comes out and like someone could spoil the ending the second day it's out, that kind of thing. And it's not great because it happens all the time, and I hate it. Did you drop off of The Witcher, Mike? I think maybe season 2. Yeah.
I never watched season 2. I never started it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. It's a fun world. It's a fun world with cool characters, and I think Cavill has been a really, really good Geralt. I mean, I feel like he really embodies At least, Witcher 3 is the only game that I've ever played, but I think he does a great job with the Geralt that I know from The Witcher 3.
That's how he was introduced, right? Like he lived and breathed that game. He loved it. He's big on the source material about that, and and the author stuff. So I don't know. You're right. I feel like he put his heart into that role. Like, he's just so ecstatic to do it, and then see him leave is just bittersweet.
He's been booted from two, or not booted, but left, whatever, from the two nerdy ass things in Superman and Witcher. What's he gonna go to now?
He's nope. The popular tabletop game,
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
They're making a cinematic universe with that, which she is very passionate about.
My next question: what's he gonna do after that?
When that bombs?
Year of his life. Like, I
don't know.
Oh gosh.
Pokemon, Cavill, Pokemon universe.
Yeah, I think he could.
Spider-Man.
One of the Eevee evolutions, I think, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's an Espeon. You're right.
I don't know which one that is, but yeah, hell yeah. I dig that. Rounding out June, a movie that Henry Cavill's not in, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny coming to theaters. The wrapping up another iconic character, Indiana Jones. The early reviews are not super kind on this one, unfortunately. I had kind of high hopes on this one because we get Phoebe Waller-Bridge as like the sidekick of Indy, and I was really excited for that. I don't know. I hope the early reviews are not too telling. He got a big ovation at Cannes, so that's
love Harrison Ford, man. That's what that was.
I love me some Harry Ford, but you're right. Yeah, the reviews are not kind at all about this movie. They say it's probably
the movie,
maybe the worst one, which is
a
hard pill to swallow after Crystal Skull. So.
At least no Shia LaBeouf,
That's a question for you. How do you think they're going to deal with that in the movie? He's going to be like sent off to war. He got killed in war. Because they're going to address it, they said. So I'm curious to see how they're going to.
Should have put him in the movie.
Yeah.
I hope it's like Constantine, where he just gets like smashed in a car.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That's right. You were never a big fan of the.
I'm pro Shia, so
you said the best scene in the Constantine is when Shia LaBeouf died.
I did cheer a little bit when I saw that in theaters, but I've grown to appreciate Shia LaBeouf. Might be a shit human, but I think he's a really good actor. Shia LaBeouf is good.
Was a shit human. People can grow.
Sure.
They should have put him in Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Shia LaBeouf. That's it. Bring him back.
Ryan, you're spoiling what my favorite thing of the month is.
Oh, Mike spoiled it. We're doing what's our favorite thing of the month. This is a new segment that we've done for the last 4 of these, something like that.
We've done for all of them because I always ask.
I always do it. Do it.
Well, now we're creating a segment. I might do some like intro music and stuff.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, so a ton of things. Added some at the last minute, even. Ryan, why don't you start off? What really stands out for the month of June for you?
In June for me, God, there's so many things. I mean, the second quarter of 2023 has been so jam-packed. For June specifically, man, looking at this list, I'm gonna keep it simple. Honestly, I'm just really excited for Final Fantasy 16. I think they're gonna redeem themselves with this one. I like dark stories, so hopefully they wet my whistle with this one.
Nice. Yeah, I think for me it might be Secret Invasion. I want a really good MCU thing, TV specifically, and I think this one has the chance to do it. Might be a way that they can really push it forward. So yeah, Secret Invasion is probably the pick to click for me. How about you, Kayla?
Adam.
Across the Spider-Verse, yeah, definitely. Hopefully, it's got as the soundtrack is as good. I like that.
You know that
soundtrack.
I'm definitely thinking about that going into it.
Without a doubt. Mike, last but not least, what's June for you?
Asteroid City.
Sure.
Like, just Wes Anderson plus all the other players I like. Now he's adding Tom Hanks. Like,
yeah, we didn't even mention that. Yeah, it's Tom instead of Bill, right?
Oh, I'm bet Bill's in there somewhere.
Maybe.
He's like a rock or something. Like he just throws in the background. Maybe he's the alien. Ooh, man.
Ooh.
That'd be good.
That would be fantastic.
Good stuff. Yeah. So...
Don't do that. You're making the movie better for me. Like I don't want to be disappointed.
Well, I can talk up any movie into something better. Like, I got ideas, man.
All right. What a month of June it will be. We're getting Final Fantasy 16, Asteroid City. We're getting Diablo. We're getting a lot of stuff. It's going to be fantastic after we just got Tears of the Kingdom. Things are just crazy right now. But that's episode 128 of The Machine of Nonsense. I don't thank you guys enough for listening. Thank you guys for listening. If you could do us a favor, go ahead and write a review, subscribe, tell a friend, do all those things. We're on like all the different apps, and they all call it something different. Stars, rating numbers, whatever. Do whatever you can on all those things. Mention us to a buddy. Yeah, smash that like button, right? That's a thing that people say on the internet. Do all those things. Do it on a couple different apps. Download the thing on your buddy's Android, and just we got 128 of these now. Download all 128. It'll be great. They've got unlimited data. All your buddies got unlimited data. Check us out on social media. We're at the Machine of Nonsense all over the place. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Email us at themachineofnonsense@gmail.com. And you can leave us a voicemail at anchor.fm/machine of nonsense. I think that takes you to Spotify for podcasters now, because they bought Anchor. Good old Spotify. That's it. Episode 28, our What's Coming Up in June episode is
128.
What did I say? Didn't I say 128?
28.
No, well, 100 plus 28 is 128.
The sequel to Machine of Nonsense 64. Machine of Nonsense 128.
Machine of Nonsense, got it.
Yeah, that's our sister pod. All about abstinence. It's okay. It's fine. Check that one out. You can email them at machineofnonsense@gmail.com if you want. Oh, I'm gonna go get that domain now.
I had the show right there.
All right, so that's episode 128. We're getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Congratulations, D.
Congratulations, D.
Congrats. Bye.